Hello everyone, this is the third video of the 7-part lotus birthing series that I'm sharing with you, and in this video we are going to look at how I did my lotus birthing in a hospital and about my lotus baby Aditi. So how I came to know about lotus birth was I should thank Healer Bhaskar for that. I have been following him for a very long time, and he through his videos had said a number of people who had done lotus birthing, and that inspired me the way he said and all the benefits that a baby can get through lotus birthing. So initially I did not know much about it, and when I started researching I really found that this is the most natural way, and I was convinced that I have to do lotus birthing for my child. After listening to the unassisted version of that, and after fully knowing the process of lotus birthing, I was a little hesitant to do it at home, and I know for sure that my parents would really get panicked if I'm going to do that at home, because in Chennai the local authorities create a lot of pressure for doing this at home. So I was forced to see for better options. So, and I should thank Priyanka Idikula from Birth Village, because without her guidance it would have been really difficult for me. In fact, I wanted to do my lotus birthing with a midwifery, but because I had to travel all the way down to Kerala and then bring my new baby back, it was a difficult and a very challenging thing. So I had to make a hard decision that I had to do it in a hospital in Chennai for the convenience sake of my family. So Priyanka Idikula did mention to me what are the best foods during pregnancy. So I wish that this home birthing or supported by doulas and midwifery becomes more prevalent in India, that every woman who wishes to have a lotus birth can have it without any difficulty. So I'm pretty sure that if my birth had been in a midwifery like Birth Village in Kerala, it would have been an amazing experience. I know that for 100% sure, but given this situation, I think what I got was the best. So I'm still happy about whatever God has given me. I learned thoroughly what is best for my child. I also came back to my grandma, and then I asked her how she gave the birth to 7 of her kids, and then she did say that 5 of her kids were home birthing, which was assisted by the olden day Maruthuvachi back in their village. So all this gave me an idea of what I should be doing for my baby, and how I need not have to take any medications, how to avoid medical interventions. So that gave me the first kickstart to do lotus birth. So the next was when I wanted to know who would do this for me. That's going to be the biggest question. So I started searching for the right doctors whom I have to get in touch with. This was the most challenging part, and I'm going to say that it could be challenging for you also, because in India we have unfortunately forgotten the traditional value, and I wouldn't blame it on obstetricians. There are many obstetrician gynecologists who still allow a normal birth. But unfortunate, what I'm talking here is not C-section, it's not normal birth, it's natural birth. Completely no medical interventional birth. So I wanted this, and I had spoken to around 9 doctors, and out of which one doctor did say that every woman has the right to choose what kind of birth she wants for her child. It could be C-section, it could be a normal delivery, it could be a natural delivery, and that's completely okay, because the mother being the pregnant mom can actually take the decision for what is best for her child. And that's how I chose my doctor. And she was also not very confident because she had not done lotus birthing. Because her background was from United Kingdom, she was able to understand where I'm coming from. She also gave me a lot of warning about the probable infections that could occur because of carrying the placenta, and about placenta previa, which I'll be sharing with you in later videos to come, what all could be the complications. So I was very confident. I thank God for that. And once our understanding was completely fine, she introduced me to the pediatrician to have a word with her. And I told her everything about what I wanted for my baby, an uninterventional natural birth. And my pediatrician, she is such a lovely lady, such a lovely doctor, so much experienced doctor. She was very positive, and she was the one who gave hope for us that this can happen. In spite of my positivity, whenever I had the slightest doubt, whenever I used to talk to her, she was very, very supportive. and I really thank Dr. Lata Kanchi Parthasharthi from my heart for whatever she had done for our Lotus baby. So when she gave us her wisdom, I then decided to go forward for it. So in my 9th month, I came back to Chennai. Since I was living in Bangalore, I had to travel down to Chennai for that. So once I came to Chennai, from the due date, she was born just 2 days before her due date, and I got my pain at 1:40 in the night. Okay, my water broke at around 1ish in the afternoon, and I was a little tensed. I prepared my body for a natural lotus birthing by doing prenatal yoga. I had proper diet. I started doing squats, and slowly the pain started gradually around 1:40 in the night. And by 5, when I was 4 centimeters dilated, that was what my doctor actually mentioned, that I should know when I should come to the hospital. She said if your pain is there and then you are just 1 centimeter dilated, she would send me back home. So I waited, and around 4:30 or 5, I started from my house. I reached the hospital by 5:30, and then they started the usual routine procedures. And by 9, I was fully dilated, and I started pushing. By 10, I delivered my Lotus baby. So this was the Lotus birthing story, and there were no medical interventions except for a few things. And then my baby was allowed skin to skin. I was the first person to hold her. So then she was only taken for a minute from me for just checking the birth weight. And then I got her back, and she didn't even go anywhere. Like, she was right there in front of me. I took her back to the room, and we were there in the hospital for only 1 night, because my pediatrician did say that hospital has a lot of germs and it could probably be a threat for the placenta when it is there. So then we cleaned the placenta. We took our medicinal powders, which I'm going to put in the placenta in the 4th video, which is coming next. The placenta, to taking care of the placenta from rotting or from any possible infections that it can get. So generally they say the placenta takes around 3 to 11 days to dry and fall off. The first day, my baby's placenta completely dried. I couldn't see the cord. It was pretty dry and clear during the night. I mean, she was born at 10 in the morning, and by night her cord was dry. By the 5th day, her cord was so unmanageable. Like it stood like a wire, the wire that can never be bent, unbendable wire.
Brittle.
And I thought that would be the day that she's going to shed off her placental mother. In fact, we took her to the hospital for a routine check that morning, and my doctor said it could probably be there for another few days. But somehow my instinct said that she's going to shed off her cord that day. And that night, by around 10:26, she shed the cord, and ta-da! My Lotus baby was there. So this is our Lotus birthing story. I should mention, I have seen at least 5 of my niece and nephews, babies. My mom would have seen at least 15 to 20 babies. My grandma would have seen at least 40 babies, because she loves babies and she is the one who bathes all the babies in our family. So all of us did feel that my Lotus baby, Adriti, was very, very different. She was very peaceful. She was very serene. She did not cry unnecessarily. The maximum she cried was to go to sleep, because more than her feelings, she wanted that good enough sleep, and that sleep did a lot of difference to the baby, because you all might know that newborns' sleep is very, very important and precious, and that precious thing was given to her because of a Lotus birth. Is, in my experience, is what I feel. So I think whatever I did, the struggle to have a Lotus birth was very positive and appreciative, and I would say that my entire family was so attached with the baby. To carry her placenta and the baby together, it was challenging. I will never deny it for breastfeeding, especially for new moms who do not know anything about breastfeeding, because all their concentration goes only up to delivering the baby peacefully and very happily, and having a healthy baby. So starting off with breastfeeding with the placenta was a little challenging. I will not disagree with it, but when you see the benefits of what Lotus birth is going to give to your baby, this is nothing. Everything is manageable. So there goes my experience on Lotus birthing and how everything happened in a very smooth manner. If you have any doubts, give in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them in a different FAQ video.